Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to do today was actually a react to a YouTube video, and this was something that I alluded to a few days ago because, let me switch over to the correct scene here. Popular YouTuber Shoe0nHead, populist bimbo Shoe0nHead, self-described, it's in her bio, that's not me saying that, made a tweet the other day. And as you can see in this tweet here, I said, I'm keeping a pin in this for when it's time to submit the official application for my VTubing license because I'm told this is one of the requirements. Now, technically, obviously, I am still pre-debut. We're not fully there yet. I'm essentially, for me, the debut is the marker of when I'm going to start streaming consistently. I have been, like, making some content prior to that, but I thought today, you and I could go in and watch this video. Now, I have somehow managed to avoid most of the discourse or any information about what this video is actually about, save for the fact that I know that it's about it is about noted favorite human being of mine, Hasan Piker. And by favorite human being of mine, I don't use the word hate too often. I don't. I think it's a very strong word. But boy howdy, if I could hate somebody who I don't personally know, Hasan comes closest. So, I'm not a big fan of this guy. Now, there is a little bit of context here. There's a previous video of shoes that I have not watched. I will admit that. I know what it's about. I know that it is about the discourse that was happening around the game Pragmata, which came out like a few weeks ago, about a month ago. And I'll spare doing like a full recap, but TLDR, there is a small android girl, like there's an android in the game who acts as the player's companion, and she basically acts as a surrogate daughter. She's an android who is designed and has the mannerisms and you know, general vibe of like maybe a 7-year-old girl. So this, you know, relatively unsurprisingly, I would say, triggered a lot of like paternal emotions and maternal, but it triggered a lot of emotions in people being like, "Aw, is that what having a kid is like? Man, I kind of want one." That was the, I would say, probably prevailing reaction. But man, oh man, some people did not take it like that. Hasan being one of them. There were some incredibly mentally ill takes about this game. And so much so that it was kind of playing into not just the culture war that we all hear about, but also the gender element of that, which is something that Shoe talks about quite a lot. Now, I've seen quite a few of her videos in the past. I probably started watching her, I think, I was like vaguely aware of who she was. It's like, oh, the politics girl that looks like Boxy. Right, yeah. And when I got recommended a video, it would have been around the election, I would say. But anyway, I've already been rambling for several minutes. God, I have been rambling for several minutes. So, note to self, put a timestamp in the description. Oh, I don't think I can use timestamps yet. I gotta... Shoot. Okay, editing Dax. Put somewhere on the screen at the beginning what time you actually start reacting to the goddamn videos. Okay, so, in her video about the Pragmata situation, Shoe did like a 3-minute segment out of a 30-minute video, or thereabouts, where she calls out Hasan specifically for his take, which was basically, oh, I don't know if she okay, yeah, she watches the Hasan clip. She basically calls out Hasan and what he's saying. So we're going to watch this for a little bit of context, because it's not like she talks about him for the whole video. This is it. This 3-minute and 35-second video is it. So we're gonna look at this and we're gonna see what it was that she said, because boy howdy, his reaction was not proportional at all. Alright, let's go. Let's get some context, shall we?
You mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down and have a family? Maybe have a house, 2 dogs? You
fucking loser.
We've reached radioactive levels of incel propaganda.
Of course.
What the f does incel mean anymore? I feel like I ask this in every single video. This tweet got thousands of likes. I feel like I am going insane. Where does the incel part come from?
People are out here calling married men with children incels. And I've seen people defending that and being like, oh yeah, married men can be incels too. Do you know what that word means? It ain't that. I'm gonna tell you that.
Like, they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about their emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels,
not like that.
or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man, to make things worse. A grown-ass man.
You serious?
Saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata.
Here we go.
Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy. Right?
Okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let this play out. We're 90 seconds into the context. I haven't even started the actual video yet. I'm already... This fucking guy. I'll cut it short. I will contain myself. I will let it play out. But I will say, this whole concept that Hasan delivers here about, you know, you should only care about things that are relative to you. You should only care about things that are relative in, like, that have relativity in your life. Don't aspire to anything greater. Stay in your lane. Care about the things that your, you know, predetermined stereotype says that you should care about. And, like, I don't think Hasan is a particularly intelligent person. I don't think he's stupid. I think he's a midwit. He's a weaponized midwit, which is arguably way worse. He seriously does not realize how this could be weaponized against the things that he talks about, he cares about, that he wants people to care about. Alright, I'm gonna let it finish. Fuck this dude.
Right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something that you're gonna experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded, and also
Mm,
very
mhm.
weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horse? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meeting. This is
That's
the
what
dude
I'm
the media
saying.
wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like,
Save them from the alt-right pipeline. Hasan, as a creator, I think has been more effective at being, not entirely, but being part of the reason that some young guys steer away from the left. They might not go right, to be fair, but I think they look at this guy who's being propped up by establishment Democrats recently, by the mainstream media, saying, yeah, this guy's gonna save the left, this guy's the model of like what we want to become and like what we want to move towards, and they're like, really? Are you serious? That guy? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Vote blue no matter who, I don't think so. And whether, something else moves them to the right and they're then like, okay, let's see what the Republicans put up, or whether they're just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna just stay home. I'm gonna stay home, I'm good, thanks. Like, unironically, I think he does a lot of damage.
unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hasan. Something
get
weird
his
about a
ass.
man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater.
True.
I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt.
You know why? First of all, I don't think he owns that many. I've seen clips of him from that ill-fated Cuba trip that he went on that was incredibly bad for his optics and his PR. And he's sitting there in just like a t-shirt, in a normal t-shirt, which I think is still his merch, I don't know. And he's got that little frou-frou ass like espresso cup, which I know it's a normal thing in South America for the most part, but like just the way he drinks it just like it's biased. Like if it was just a normal person doing that, I probably wouldn't think too much of it, but because I already dislike the guy, it's like, you fucking I need to chill. I need to stop being such a hater, but he's lost a lot of bulk, is all I'm saying. So I feel like that, it's still his head look tiny. It has to be a medical condition, right?
Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind-raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like literally, no joke, the entire meaning of life is somehow confusing to Hasan Piker.
He really is just, I don't know what it is. I think is it just the wealth? He just seems incredibly detached from humanity as a whole. So, also, by the way, let me know what you think of the angle thing, like where I'm turned more towards the screen. Do you feel that's... Genuinely let me know. Do you feel that that's more immersive, like I'm kind of watching with you, or does it feel a little bit less reactive because you can't see as much of me? Let me know. For the people that do see this, I would be curious to hear what you think of that, because I don't know, I feel like it's fun. I feel like it's like a little bit dynamic, but I do feel like it also kind of takes away from the, the fullness of the reaction experience, if you will. So that was the context of Shoe talking about Hasan talking about Pragmata in the video where Shoe was talking about all of the conversations around Pragmata. And I'm sure it'll be covered in her video, but this man had a meltdown. He had a mondo meltdown. He was melting like mozzarella. This man he could not contain himself. And the thing that seemed to set him off initially was literally just that somebody said, hey, you were in the latest Shoe0nHead video. Now, presumably, he hadn't seen it. That's a fucking lie. We all know that he'd seen it, because otherwise, why would he react like this? He flipped the fuck out. He got instantly mad. Now, you would think, if he hadn't watched it and he didn't know the context, you know, Mr. Context Piker here, he's always talking about people clipping him out of context. You would think that he'd be like, oh, really? Why? What was that about? He instantly gets mad. You know he watched it. You know he watched it, because otherwise why would he immediately be like, bam, just aggressive, just aggro. Immediately. Like that poor chatter, they just they fat-fingered Provoke on their hotbar, and all of a sudden they got 3,000% aggro, and Hasan's just it's like, why is their boss music playing? He freaked out. It was crazy. Very disproportionate response, and he's kind of been crashing out on and off at Shoe ever since. Said some really weird stuff, which, by the way, shoutouts to Pegasus and the Legendary series. I've been watching for, I wouldn't say the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I've been watching before episode 100, because I remember, like, episode 100, like, being the milestone. I don't know if I've seen every episode in the interim, but I've watched a lot of them. And, I actually posted a reply. Here's the thing. This is incredible for me. I've been watching this series for months. And I started doing the whole VTubing thing, right? And I'm not a social media guy. I'm not a big social media guy. Look at the fucking background I'm on. You think I'm a big social media guy? No. No, I am not. Like, I don't even really use Discord. I didn't have a Twitter. I made a Twitter for the whole VTubing thing, because I understand that to an extent it's kind of, it comes with the territory, right? You need to get yourself out there somehow. One of the accounts that I did decide to follow was Yeet. I've seen that account come up a lot in Pegasus's videos and in some other videos here and there. And you know, I'm not just commenting on stuff for traction, right? Like, oh, come and look at me. Come look. You know, it's not just about drawing attention to myself. It's like, well, I have this platform. I'm interfacing with it a bit, you know. And there was a Yeet post about one of Hasan's flip outs at Shoe for this. Nothing Burger, by the way. Well, not Nothing Burger. She did kind of, she kind of got his ass, but it's not heinous. It's nothing major. And out of a 30-something minute video, it's 3 minutes. And I posted a comment underneath, and then, to my surprise, the next day, who do I see in the Legendary series but myself? I was one of the tweets that Pegasus read out, and I think I've made 2 more appearances since. I made an appearance on the one today as well, which is like, whoa, it's crazy. Even if you didn't, like, even if I wasn't on screen, like, even if my model wasn't visible right now, you can hear the grin on my face. I can just tell. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, yapping. I mean, look at the sidebar here. Look at some of the, I'm not following a lot of accounts yet, but like, look at some of the accounts that I'm following. Literally the Yap Cat herself and Kirsha's stream that's literally called, yeah boy, it's time to yap. I'm a yapper. I am a yapper, so it's part of the reason I started this gig. Alright, so moving away from the Twitter sphere, this is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Men goon to you, responding to Hasan's meltdown about me. And you can tell The Hasan heads have not done a fantabulous job of brigading over here. It is... My cursor's invisible. I'll need to address that. Anyway, 1.3 dislikes, 167k likes, 2 million views in 2 days. Bonkers. So here we go. Consider this part of my VTubing license application. I am doing a Shoe0nHead react, full and proper. We're already 25 minutes in. This is ridiculous. Let's see what all the fuss is about. I don't know what I'm getting into here. All I know is that it's Shoe responding to Hasan, responding to Shoe, responding to Hasan. The internet's just react ping pong these days, huh? Alright, let's hit it.
The other day, I made a video about the Pragmata video game drama and covered some insane opinions people were having about it. How the game activated some fatherly instinct in some men, and how people were calling those men creepy incels for having the basic human desire to start a family. A
How
small
dare
part
they?
of that video was covering far-left Twitch streamer Hasan Baker's awful opinion about it. I will play that segment in its entirety so you have some context.
Well, I got egg on my face. I go and I find the Yeet tweet because I'm like, oh, let's pull up the context, but she literally does the whole thing. Okay, hold on. Let me...
Normal ass t-shirt, sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. That was 3 minutes of a 30-minute long video. I didn't think much of it, I just uploaded it and moved on. The next day I woke up and my YouTube homepage was flooded with videos like Shoe0nHead just ended Hasan. Shoe0nHead destroys Hasan. Shoe0nHead finishes on Hasan. Wait, what? I had no idea.
Of course that was... What was that, Tactone? Yes. I don't watch Tectone, but I know that he's got a tendency for titles like that.
What was going on? And to my surprise, he actually responded back, which then prompted a bunch of new videos. Hasan just had his biggest meltdown. Hasan's biggest meltdown.
Oh,
yet.
Brittany Venti, I've heard of her. There's Rev.
Mind-broken Hasan. His response to me couldn't be that bad.
Oh, this is great.
Right?
What an unbearable way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe0nHead. Ooh, look at me. I'm an emo girl. Ooh, look at me. 4chan guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me. Why would you openly admit that you listen to Shoe0nHead? What the is wrong with you?
In this video, I'm going to show my
Bro's blowing the meter, that's true.
raw reaction to his response, and throughout that
yeah.
will be sprinkled in like normal commentary. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I was really debating whether or not to do a response to his response, but like, everyone else is covering the crash out, so why wouldn't I, the subject of said crash out, cover it myself? So I thought it would be fun.
Whoa! 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 Forward face. Whoa. That's the wrong angle. Whoa. And my eye is stuck. Oh god. And there we go. My eyeballs are fixed. I don't know what happened there. But I was not expecting the collab. This is news to me. How did I miss that this had happened? 2 days. I actually managed to dodge this for 2 days that this had happened. Holy shit. Sponsor block gets me, which, by the way, sorry, Shoe. We don't do that here, but did it overskip or did it?
For not skipping the ad, I can always count on you. Right.
Yes?
Right? And now, without further ado, let's get back to this video. So I thought it would...
Okay, no, I didn't miss anything. It literally just... It's a smash cut from the sponsor segment to Shoe with SmugAlana. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be cinema, isn't it? Am I actually going just... Do I get to sit here for the next half hour and watch these two roast Hasan? Hell yeah, dude. It's like Christmas, let's go.
It would be fun if someone joined me responding to this because it is so ridiculous. I needed somebody to like bounce off with because I felt like I needed some like emotional moral support.
Is Alana's mic backwards?
Because I feel like I'm going insane watching this. So I am joined here today with the lovely SmugAlana, the
Yay.
VTuber, everyone's favorite Oshi.
Hey guys, I'm a JPEG and I would bow, but I can't, so just pretend I am doing it right now.
Nice bounce.
I was gonna say you're just jiggling.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you were on the last Shoe0nHead video. I
Oh, she's actually got the tail on today, too.
will literally myself if you bring that shit up in here, okay? Why? What do you want me to do? Myself in the face, not die in the process, but at least lose significant chunks of my brain so I can operate at the same substandard, suboptimal IQ level that Shoe0nHead and her dumb audience operates in, so I can do a regular response to that?
That is incredible. That long silence there, I was literally just processing. Shoe0nHead made a response, or whatever, like Shoe0nHead, and he's just like, oh, do you want me to kill myself? Is that what you want? You want me to shoot myself in the face? And also, brother, have you seen the size of your head? For you to not die in the process, you must be admitting, like, to take a shotgun blast to your tiny cranium and somehow not die? You are admitting that there's not a lot rattling around up there. I'm gonna just say it.
Is that what you want me to do?
Why is he so mad?
Still has yet to bring up anything.
Zero
like,
points.
Absolutely
Zero
nothing.
interest.
how many seconds in are we?
I basically made the same
Instantly.
joke in my video about like giving myself brain damage so I could understand.
Trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage.
Imagine being that chatter, like, hey Hasan, did you check out this video? Do you want me?
Ooh, look at me. I'm an evil girl, and I change
Oh,
my
boy.
politics all the time.
What? No, she doesn't. I mean, she's changed her position on a couple of things over the years, I think, but she's still... Like, people call her Kami Mommy for a reason.
Ooh.
Time out. Time out.
Time out.
I wasn't even gonna bring that up. No, hold on. For me, it's the wild way that he frames having nuanced opinions, like depending on the subject. Like, God forbid.
God
disagree with
forbid.
Hasan
I
Piker,
know.
the arbiter of correct opinions of the
know.
internet.
Oh, Tail's
I
going
do not
crazy.
have that many videos. I have like 100 videos in the span of like a decade. You could go randomize and click on any of those videos and you wouldn't be able to tell if it was made today or 10 years ago. Which honestly I shouldn't be bragging about, but
And I think that's partially because she's still using the same, or like a very similar, like isn't she still using like a laptop webcam after all this time? Which, respect, you don't need to go crazy on gear. I mean, look at me. You think I paid for this model? No. Bitch, I made this myself.
okay, my point is
Now,
I haven't
pre-made, but I
changed
edited
that
it.
much. And the things I have changed my mind about, I'm very open about. The way he's framing people changing their minds, changing their political opinions over time as like a bad thing is
Ooh, you're just
bizarre, especially as a
flip-flopping.
guy whose goal is, I assume, to change people's mind politically.
Yeah, to
He's
bring
totally
people
for
to the left.
changing their minds politically, but only when they change their mind to agree with him.
Oh, hold on. Funniest part about right-wing weirdos is their constant need to bring up old shit that people have apologized for years after they have clearly changed. I'm sorry. You think only... Okay. Just because you're incapable of changing doesn't mean others aren't. Self-reflection and growth is at the heart of progress. The amount of times that people have been canceled for making a spicy tweet like 10 years ago. Yes, both sides do it. But for him to just be like, oh, right-wing weirdos do that. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna make this clear. I'm not a political guy. I have no interest or care to talk about politics in my content beyond from a cultural perspective. I don't want to talk about it from a political perspective. But even so, it's ludicrous to not acknowledge that this is very much a both sides thing, and that, buddy, there was an entire ecosystem of this on Tumblr. Like, your fave is problematic. I swear to God, that was like a blog or something. I was doing some digging into something, into Tumblr for something a while back. And that was like a thing. Like when people talk about like a 2014 Tumblr politics, that is what they're talking about. That is like one of the progenitor sources of cancel culture as it became in like, you know, the late 2010s and through the early 2020s. And it's kind of abated a little bit now. It doesn't have the same like social and cultural power that it used to. But to typify that as just being right-wing weirdos. Can this guy go 1 minute without being disingenuous? Like, genuinely.
Agree with him. He supports.
I have loved watching your journey, Jerry. I hope one day every American will have your open mind and willingness to learn and change their opinions as new information presents itself. Translation. I hope one day every American will have an open mind and a willingness to learn and change their opinions to match mine. If people change their opinions in the wrong direction, you think he's gonna be like, well, okay, well, you know, I support that. I support that you've shown a willingness to change your mind as you're presented with new information. No. No. Of course not. This guy gets me riled up, dude. Not in that way, because I know that he has a fixation on saying that people who hate him are psychosexually obsessed. People are just like, well, objectively, I can see why you would think that he's attractive. He looks like a cross between Milhouse and the tiny head dude from the waiting room in Beetlejuice. Miss me with that shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
People changing their mind as new information presents itself. He supports iDubbbz apologizing for the crime of being funny 5 years ago. But when it comes to me changing my mind on like 3 things over the course of a decade, that's bad.
Criminal.
Like, yes, I've changed
straight to jail.
Things, obviously. From the ages 23 to 35. Yes, your opinions are gonna wow a little sometimes.
No way, really?
What?
The same things you believed like 10 years ago.
No, absolutely not. Well, I think in that
Definitely
video that
not.
you talked about, I don't know, I remember like a couple of months ago, you were like, I had a baby, and then I lived in the city, and then I was like, man, maybe safety and putting money into the police isn't that bad, you guys. And maybe that was different when you were like 20 or 25.
Right, exactly. When I was living in like sheltered suburbs, I was like,
Exactly.
F the police. And then you're an adult with a child and you live in the city and it's like, oh, actually, no, we need more police.
But then again, you know, Hasan literally lives in like, I don't know if it's a gated community, but he lives in like a really high-end community in West Hollywood. So, again, never having to confront the like consequences of the things that he advocates for.
Never mind.
I just confuse terminally left-right brained people. I always have. Hyperpartisan people absolutely hate me because they can't just like put me into a neat little box and then smash that box with a hammer. Hasan usually can hand wave away critics like, oh, they're just an Israel shill, they're just a Zionist. He can't do that with me. He hand waves them away by calling them neocons or neoliberals. He can't do that with me. Alt-right incels. He can't do that with me. So what does he do? He malfunctions and starts calling me emo. Like, okay, man, you got me. Emo is when eyeliner, I guess. In the
Also, let's be real. On the spectrum, Shoe's a little closer to the classic emo scene convergence of the mid 2000s. Not fully seen, because that's when you got like the what do they call them? The raccoon tail, like clip-in extensions and Invader Zim and saying RAR XD. To be fair, on the thumbnail she did have emo girl XD, so you know, but she's definitely not on the far emo end of that converging spectrum.
Partisan mind, it is completely impossible to hold several non-contradictory opinions at the same time, like wanting free healthcare but also wanting a strong border. Like, to me, those aren't contradictory whatsoever. In fact, that works together. You don't want to override your healthcare system, right? Your focus should be American citizens. Like, in their mind, like Denmark.
More people in the healthcare system equals greater strain on the healthcare system. Which, again, not to talk about it from a politics perspective, but just from like a logical perspective, that is part of the reason why I think socialized healthcare is a good idea. And I fundamentally agree with it. And on paper, it's a good idea. I think it gets complicated the bigger your population is. And even without accounting for an illegal, like any illegal immigration, America has a huge population. Scaling, like putting any policy at scale, any socialized policy at scale, is going to have a lot of like roadblocks in front of it. It's gonna be difficult. And when people point out these more like socially democratic nations like the Scandinavian countries, they have a population of like less than 10 million. I'm pretty sure all of the countries that people cite as being like excellent reference points to this, whether it's in Europe or in Scandinavia, you know, people talk about Denmark, people talk about Sweden, people talk about even Switzerland, I think. They also have much smaller populations. That's kind of where it gets a bit tricky. But then managing it all on a state level is going to cause discrepancies. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too in the weeds on this. Like, that's the thing. I don't like talking about politics from a partisan perspective, but I do have thoughts on policy and like how those things apply in a broader context. So, and you know, it bears mentioning, right? But yeah, I don't know. I cast my ballot when it's vote time for a candidate that I think has the policies that are going to be the most effective, and then I don't really talk about it online if I can help it, because people go crazy.
Doesn't exist, right? They think like, oh, if you think unions are important, you must also be for minors having HRT. Like, no.
What?
If you believe in public transportation, you also have to believe in abolishing prisons. Like, no. Sorry, I don't know how my ideology is confusing. I don't know how they see that as like flip-flopping or being a grifter, when to me it's like completely normal common sense stuff. Like, you
they think that you can only equip policy positions as an entire loadout, right? Like, their entire political worldview is sculpted by what the acceptable build is and what the acceptable loadout is, and they just equip that without thinking. And if they see you with like a different piece of gear in a couple of slots, all they see is that you are not 100% equipped correctly, and they think that you're doing something wrong. It's hive mind behavior.
You can't have a country in decay like this. You can't. It will not be fixed by people like Hasan telling young men not to aspire for anything and saying stupid shit like telling people it's cool to steal.
Would you steal from Whole Foods?
I'm pro stealing from big corporations.
Like, what
This
in
fucking
the
guy.
LARP is that? Yeah, stealing is so cool, dude. Let's just steal from big corporations so those big corporations move out of that community, and then that community turns into a crime-ridden, unsafe shithole ghost town. Food desert.
Food
Like, yeah,
desert,
bro,
yes.
You're really fighting the man. Listen, you can tell people that billionaires are the real enemy until you are blue in the face, and it might be true, but Jeff Bezos isn't the one stabbing them on a train, you know? You can't have a peaceful, functioning socialist or even social democratic society with the delusional social policies of Hasan Piker. You just can't.
Nope.
Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. It's just so funny.
That's the thing, like, that's part of the reason why I like Shoe's videos is, and again, like, this isn't something that I talk about a whole lot, even though it's probably obvious to anybody who is, like, even remotely familiar. I have ADHD, and I know for a fact that Shoe has ADHD, she's mentioned it a couple times. I can very much relate to how her brain will grab something, and sometimes it's like hopping on one of those old-timey like minecart not the minecart, like the platform with the pumping lever. Sometimes with ADHD, whether you're medicated or not, your brain will hop on one of those platforms and you just gotta ride it to the end of the track. Like, sometimes you just gotta ride it out. You just gotta get it out and move past it that way. You can't get off the track once you're on it sometimes. If I want to maintain the whole thing about not talking too much about politics and policy in my content, I might need to hold off on reacting to certain videos because I do have opinions. I do have opinions about this stuff, but let's keep it pushing.
My politics as like incoherent, when to me his politics are the ones that are incoherent. The video was barely political. My response to him was about his like nihilistic mindset when it comes to young men, because for years we had to watch the media shove this guy down our throat like he was the Joe Rogan of the left. Oh, he was gonna save young men from the alt-right pipeline.
They're still kind of trying to do it.
Never going to be the Joe Rogan of the left, because like
True.
Joe Rogan, at least Joe Rogan from years ago, I don't know about now, was all about listening to other people's beliefs and hearing other people's opinions. Hasan does not do that. Hasan closes his ears and goes, la la la, I can't hear you, you're stupid, I'm smart. For years we had to listen to how this guy is gonna push young men away from the GOP. They are leaving the GOP, but they're not going to the Democrats, and I don't know if they're going to the left either. But anyway, my video was not political. In fact, the only part that like was political was the part where I agree with Hasan about the genocide in Gaza.
If you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience.
Very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean.
My point there was, you can't be telling young men to only care about things that directly affect them, and then make it your life mission to tell those same young men to care about things that don't
Opposite of how
directly affect
socialism
them.
works, by the way.
Do you want me to lose chunks of my brain? Do you want me to John Fetterman myself so I
Not
can
a lot to lose,
understand
bud.
the compelling argument the Shoe0nHead makes, one that should have been left in the dustbin of history all the way back in 2016.
As if opinions from 2016 aren't.
Hold on. What's that lag about? Why are we lagging? What's going on? Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Apologies. I'm still getting the hang of this.
Aren't still here.
Way back in 2016.
As if opinions from 2016 aren't still here today that are good.
Literally,
Yeah, hello.
technically, I mean, I'll put my stats on the screen. I am literally more relevant today than 2016. Like, more people are watching. So these aren't opinions from 2016. These are opinions from now, Hasan. People disagree with you now.
Look at me.
True.
As an emo girl, 4chan guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me.
What the fuck, bro?
Wait, 4chan guys want to fap for
What?
me? Wait, I thought it was super cool and progressive to have like an army of men
Yeah,
who support
true.
you online. That's not very woke of you, Hasan.
First of all, I like how you used the word fap.
That's so old, isn't it? Is it gooning now?
Yes,
Come
it's
on.
gooning.
Look
Come
at the
on.
program.
Come on, get with the times. It should have been left in 2016, Hasan. Come on. If this was said by anyone else, he would be calling it misogynistic and sexist. But it's being
Well,
said by
I mean-
someone with the hive mind approved opinion, so it's okay. It's called dark woke, Chud. We decided to become more hypocritical and annoying. You wouldn't get it. If I was getting paid for men
Oh
to
my God.
fap to me like many of his friends and ex-girlfriend porn star do for a living, that would be fine to support it. But since I don't do that and I'm just like a normal YouTuber, it's a way to insult and degrade me. It is interesting though how Hasan uses unfuckable as an insult to hurl towards men and as an insult to hurl towards women. I think it was Bell Hooks that once argued that patriarchy harms men by reducing their worth to status and conquest, while women are harmed by being reduced to only their desirability and being conquered. You should not be getting feminism mogged by someone who does not call themselves a feminist, Hasan. Not a good look, buddy. And also, bro, you thirst trap more than I ever have in my entire life. You are on the cover of JQ. GQ? You are on the cover of GQ.
JQ.
In a hot tub. I will put the just to shield everyone's eyes. Like
pee-pee.
you are spread eagle in a magazine. Let me read this to you. Let me read what this journal said. Are you ready for this? Here's how Hasan Piker starts each day working out, shooting the It's Monday. 8:30 a.m. and we're in the backyard of a house in West Hollywood where there's a makeshift private gym with benches, pull-down machines, and dumbbells galore. This is where 34-year-old political influencer keeps his thirsted after body fit.
God.
What? By the way, written by a male too, and I'm just like, I would have thought it was. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
He strips his shirt off. An army of girls and gays would kill to be where I am now, next to Piker as he pants in a pair of neon shorts with black Calvin Klein boxers poking out.
The socialist, by the way.
Sunlight glistening off the sweat beading on his chest. So when it's women gay,
Brother, ew. What's
it's a
that,
good thing,
brother?
but God forbid straight men find you attractive. This is the dude that has to keep his girlfriend a secret like some kind of K-pop star so he can like
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Fans. I'm always talking about being
If they're even
married,
still
like,
together. Apparently there's a question about that. I don't keep up with it enough to know.
Me boyfriend. Look at
You're covered up. You can make the argument with me. When people say like, oh well, she's just a pair of anime tits on the screen. Okay, fair point. However, Shoe doesn't even like.
Fair point, however, she says, jiggling. Just reminds, what was that with that one meme post of like, she breasted boobily down the stairs. I was just predicting VTubers.
Anything that she wears in her YouTube videos that are like revealing. Like she's very
Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Wait, hold on, sorry. My dad is calling. Wait.
Dad,
Papa Shoe.
hey, we're busy. The left in a MAGA body, bro. That
Oh my god, that was such a self-own.
Mine in a MAGA body. What did I even mean by that?
being attractive and eating healthy and working out is right wing. What the
Exactly.
fuck are we smoking?
For like a good 3 years, there was this really weird campaign to make Hasan Piker like the face of progressive masculinity in a bizarre attempt to move men to the left. A progressive in a MAGA body, they said. Like, what the f did they mean by that? Hey guys, we're not all ugly, dysgenic freaks. Look, there's one of us who's attractive. What? Mr. Piker's success on camera in some part
not a good
has
way to
been
build
aided by
that.
the fact that he is, by conventional standards, a very handsome man. He is
You're welcome to think that. Unironically, he looks like fucking Millhouse. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, maybe if he dressed decently and wasn't a shit person. Like, I'm one of those people where, like, I mean, let's not get it twisted. I'm a straight guy, so I'm not attracted to dudes anyway. But I can, like, when there's a conventionally attractive dude, I can recognize that. Not like, oh my god, he's hot, but just like, yeah, I can see that people would be attracted to that, sure. Like, I can recognize what the standard of male attractiveness is, even if it's not something that I was gonna say embody, which also true, but not what I was thinking of. Even if it's not something that I can recognize impulsively, I can recognize it like objectively. I don't think that Hasan is objectively attractive. I think he's got a weirdly proportioned figure. He's got a tiny head, and he looks like Millhouse, but I'm also somebody who I can't look past a nasty personality. It doesn't matter, like, and this is true for women too, it doesn't matter how hot you are. If you're a raging bitch, if you're insufferable, I can recognize objectively that you're attractive, but I'm just like, it doesn't move the needle for me anymore. I'm like, who you are as a person, for me at least, it's almost, it's like it either puts a filter on or takes a filter off. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't see you as attractive anymore, because like, ugh. And that's, I think that's kind of coloring my opinion of Hasan's objective appeal, but yeah, no, I don't see it. He looks kind of, and again, you know, I'm a VTuber. I'm throwing stones from my glass house here. I recognize that. And also, just like the insecurity, like, I typically feel that, you know, insecurity is like super unattractive. This man is 6'4", and he wears like platform boots and like jackets with like shoulder pads, and it's just like, what are we doing here, bro? Head of thick dark hair, yeah. Yeah, that'll be the Propecia and the minoxidil, which, hey, look, do what you gotta do, but, you know, I don't know.
6 feet 4 inches tall and built like a professional athlete. A square jaw, a beard, and a head of thick dark hair. It's the one aspect many of my haters can't shake, Mr. Piker said of his appearance in a Twitch broadcast last year. They can't turn around and be like, you're not hot.
Yeah, I can. Watch me. I just fucking did.
Indeed, tens of thousands of viewers may watch political views, but many also tune in for their view of Mr. Piker himself, whose social media profiles are littered with suggestive images of his muscly body in states of undress, or thirst traps, as the pictures are known. Screenshot, clip, and repackage them into fan cams that travel across the internet, glorifying Mr. Piker's appearance and indirectly his beliefs. That is yet again another mainstream article saying one of the only reasons people watch Hasan is because he's attractive, and that he uses his appearance and thirst traps to gain a following. So is he like
not a flex for a political?
Is that what this is? Is he like
streamer,
insecure about his thirst traps and his reputation of being nothing but eye candy? And listen, I'm not delusional, okay? Obviously, your looks can help take you further in life, online and offline. Like, if I was morbidly obese or hideously ugly, I probably wouldn't have, like, half the following I have. You can easily say the same thing for Hasan. But at least I organically collected my simps, and didn't have some, like, astroturfed glazed fest propping me up for years as some kind of, like, political sex symbol. Embarrassing.
Guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me.
38. You mean 3 years older than us, Hasan?
Oh my god, the people that are in my demographic.
Yeah, literally.
These little fangirls.
Is this a
were coming at me on Twitter,
self-report?
Like, you're nearly 40 and you dress like a Hot Topic cashier. Like, and Hasan
What?
and I are the exact same age. I think we're
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I haven't seen the. I've seen the Make the Rich Pay one. And I've seen this stupid shirt, which I don't think the cross-out effect is strong enough, so it literally just looks like he's wearing a shirt that says, "Yeah, racism, bigotry, patriarchy." Okay. I guess the third one isn't too. Is he wearing pants? Are those? Okay, no, those are pants. They're just really unfortunately colored in the third picture. It kind of looked for a second like he wasn't, and I was like, oh god, why? If he lost the hat, that wouldn't even be that bad. I don't know why he's wearing it. Look like what? Did you steal your mom's brunch hat, Hasan? Like, what is this? What is this? Mimosas in Midtown. Fucking Jesus. Okay. That second fit, I have never seen it before. First of all, the pose, dreadful. What are those pants, bro? Here's the thing, like, again, permit me from my glass house to throw these stones. I wear sweatpants, jeans, cargo shorts, which apparently some women think is a cardinal sin. I ain't hearing that. Like, how do you go through the world and be like, oh, women's pants don't have good pockets, and then you look at a man wearing cargo shorts and you're like, ew, don't wear those. I will wear my cargo shorts, and I will have things in every single pocket half the time. But jeans, t-shirt, hoodie, flannel shirt, I wear those a lot. You know, I got a Patriots jersey I wear sometimes. I got a couple hockey jerseys, stuff like that. I'm not a pinnacle of fashion over here. So again, permit me to throw my stones from my very glass house. But what the fuck is that? I can't point far enough. What is that second picture? What are those pants?
And like, look how he dresses. We are literally co-workers at the Hot Topic. Okay.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I mean, not so much that Hasan is in it, because not even AI can save this man. Oh my god. Goth Shoe.
People like Shoe0nHead are basically a humanoid version of a f***ing Reddit aggregator.
Reddit.
What?
Reddit hates me.
Yes!
80% of his audience are f***ing Redditors.
True.
Are we f***ing for real right now?
Bro is
Oh
loved
my
on
God.
Reddit. Like, why didn't he say 4chan or Twitter? He's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like, he can't even banter or do the jokes correctly.
Unironically, I think this entire rant, this clip, just sounds like if you were just to post the question, what do you think of Shoe0nHead on r/politics, and then read the comment section.
Pretty
It's
much.
just angry Reddit-coded malding. But none of the worst
True.
part, this is the best thing you
What?
could come up with. This is the best you could do.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
Alana mirrored? I just
What
noticed
an
that.
unbearable f***ing way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe0nHead. If you're getting your politics from a
I mean, if you're getting your politics from anybody, I mean, you're just kind of a brainlet, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with intaking information from particular sources and using that as a springboard from which to build your own opinion, you know? But, I mean, does anybody actually just wholesale just watch, like, a single person, a single source, and it's like, this is my politics? Because I feel like anybody who has such a limited brain capacity to actually do that doesn't have the brain capacity to care about politics in the first place. And, which, hey, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is definitely bliss. Also, wait. I just noticed this. You got a couple people being like, good rant, keep cooking, king. You are dark woking today. And then you got another guy saying, dude, you need to purge chat. And then the one person who obviously is still like a Hasan simp, but the one person trying to be reasonable, like, hey, chill out, move on, Habibi. Oh man.
person like Shoe0nHead, you should be embarrassed.
What do you mean, get your politics from Shoe0nHead? I don't
that's what I'm
expect
saying.
my audience to get their politics from me. I expect them to be entertained, to laugh, to think, to engage with the discourse at hand. I don't try to, like, pass off as someone you should get your politics from. I don't think my audience should get their politics from me or any YouTuber for that matter. I think they
True.
should do their own research, come to their own conclusions. I just say my opinions, and people are free to agree or disagree. Hasan, on the other hand, like, really thinks he's some serious political commentator. Bro, you're a Twitch streamer. I'm a YouTuber.
True.
But that's the difference between you and I. I know what I am.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is like it's the same, like the Schrodinger's Turk thing. He does the same thing where he tries to, like, simultaneously, as it is beneficial to him, purport himself to be a more serious, like, political analyst, a pundit, a talking head kind of thing, when that suits him. When taking, like, when having that air of superiority and that more, like, you know, ooh, like, puffed up perspective, like, you know, I'm a political analyst, I monitor the situation. When he starts, like, copping a little bit too much heat, a little bit too much smoke, especially from, like, mainstream outlets and stuff like that, recently he's been using that as like, oh, look at all my motion, look at my ops, ooh, the state of Israel is my op, ooh, Fox News is my op, ooh, Trump hasn't mentioned me because he's smart enough to know that doing that would only elevate my Are we fucking serious? But in the past, he's used it as like, you know, oh, why are they focusing on me? I'm a Twitch streamer, bro. Yeah, okay. He does. He just flip-flops between whatever is most advantageous to him in that moment. He's an unprincipled weasel. I'm gonna say it. He's an unprincipled weasel, and I don't like to do armchair psychiatry. And I feel like the word narcissist has been watered down to anybody who's a little bit too into themselves. unironically, I do genuinely feel like, from a clinical perspective, I genuinely think that he fits the like proper textbook definition for like framework for narcissistic personality disorder. Also, wow, his head is so small. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
My God, the things I want to say to people like this.
Then say it.
Say it.
Say it. Say it, pussy.
Change into a suit because I made fun of his Gucci shirt.
Like,
Yes.
you can literally see him scanning his chat of domestic terror.
Wait. Bring back bullying. Somebody in Hasan's chat says, bring back bullying. You do not want to encourage that. Trust me, brother, you do not want to encourage that.
Like,
I don't think you'll like where that goes.
Insults, right?
This is so lazy.
I find it more compelling when someone deconstructs why you're
Right.
being stupid. I
Hasan never
swear
does
if-
that.
I think if he had an audience that thought it was okay, he would obviously bring up that you're a girl. Stupid woman. It's like he's fighting his bro like instinct.
He's reverting back to bro tips, Hasan Piker.
Yeah.
This week's bro tip is about bringing out the alpha male in you. This is a classic example of what happens when your father doesn't pay attention
Cringe.
to you. You turn out to be a slut, craving for attention, and then I tend to pick you up at a bar late night and bang you out on the first date.
All his insults I've already 8-miled him on because I've already made fun of the fact that my eyeliner 2008. I'm in no position to talk about style. I still do my makeup like it's 2009. I already made fun of the
Based.
fact that you shouldn't get your politics from me. If you were going to Shoe0nHead for political information, you are deep fried.
He never self-insults. Like, you can make jokes about
Never.
yourself. Like, I've joked about a million times, like, oh, I'm a 400-pound man behind an avatar. Like, it's funny. Like, who gives a... I feel
Noted 400-pound
he
black
just
man,
takes
SmugAlana.
himself way too seriously. The most popular streamers, every single one that I can...
And again, he can't do that. Another trait of narcissistic personality disorder, having immense trouble not only being self-critical, but even being able to do it like performatively.
Name that are at the top with Twitch with Hasan. Every single one of them at least like makes jokes about their appearance. Asmon talks about how he's bald and doesn't have any teeth. He leaves himself so exposed to
True.
being made fun of, and then wonders why everybody makes fun of him. Like,
Yep.
just join in. It's
I
part
know.
of being a human being.
Honestly,
Hello. True.
good luck, dude.
Based Alana. Good luck, dude.
He'd like to wipe the drool off his mouth.
People should
He's literally frothing at the mouth.
Right,
Yeah.
coughing at the mouth like a bull.
All right, so then we got.
Oh
Release Hasan
no.
order.
No, Shoe. Why would you do this to me, Shoe? Why would you make me view this creature, Shoe? Oh no, not Casey Tron. Oh, wait. In Casey Tron's chat, this nobody farming Hasan for This nobody farming Hasan for What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, and in Casey Tron's chat, by the way. That you're a Casey Tron fan, that is real bold to be calling any other content creator a nobody. Alright, you do not have a lot of overhead to punch down. You really don't. You don't have a lot of that, like, upper shelf space.
It's a former booby streamer. This is this is Casey Tron.
Oh my god, I can't.
She literally, like, Shoe, I mean, yeah, it's true. She did used to be a booby streamer, but, like, not only that, like, she leaned into it so hard. Oh god, hold on. I didn't want to leave that there. She leaned into it so hard that, if I remember correctly, her branding was like Casey Tron in I think it was like the Pornhub. Was it Pornhub or Brazzers? I don't remember, but she literally had like her own name, like logo branding thing on her stream. In the style of a porn site logo. Either way.
Stand this girl. This Shoe0nHead girl, pick me woman.
Shoe0nHead.
Straight for pick. She can't call her an incel. She goes straight for pick. Hold on.
audience.
He mentioned audience. Okay, alright. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. Roll up. Roll up. Place your bets. Place your bets. Is KC-tron gonna pull out Old Reliable? Is she gonna immediately call Shoe0nHead's audience incels?
Dumb audience of incel.
Boo! We got it. We got it. We got it. Step right up and collect your winnings, ladies and gentlemen. Your winnings are next to nothing because goddamn, those odds were wide. You knew damn well that was gonna happen. Oh, she's so one note. It's insane.
Like, I don't know. It's like Shoe0nHead. If you like care so much about these incels, go one.
Two.
This is
Wait.
such.
Okay. I was keeping the incel count. Did she just... Did KC-tron just go... Just tell Shoe to go... fuck an incel from her audience? She knows she's a married mother, right? Like... Which, again... Circling back to words having no fucking meaning anymore. Incel has no meaning anymore. Like, it's just... It's just... Man I don't like. Man whose opinion I find disagreeable or distasteful. She called Shoe a pick-me. My sister in Christ, she's been picked. She's married. She has a child. The picking is done. Okay, hold on. Let's wind it back.
Shoe0nHead, if you like care so much about these incels, go one.
This is such
What an odd thing to say.
a self-report for being a retarded whore. Like, I love the implication too that like everyone thinks the only way you
Lana just immediately goes for the jugular. Like, yeah, you're just a retarded whore. Oh my god.
truly care about men is if you have sex with them. Does this thought process just come free with not having a father figure? Do I have to have unresolved daddy issues to comprehend this?
Is that problematic?
I'm not fatherless enough for this. Oh, this is a cookout. We're all having the backyard barbecue now, boys.
For me to say.
No, it's just retarded.
Like, prove you care so much about these incels and their inability to get sex. Go one. Oh, wait, you won't? Because you're just grifting to them?
No, because, I mean, first of all, advocating to interact sexually with your fan base or audience is weird, to say the least, but also, no, because she's married.
Like, you don't even want to get with them either, but you'll condemn other women for not wanting to who you don't want to Okay.
When did I ever condemn women for not wanting to people? What is it? Hat on foot again. Hat on foot making YouTube videos
From Earth 2.
Yeah. How women owe men sex.
I remember that.
What the hell is she
fantasizing?
Why is everything sex with these people too? Like everything is sex. You talk about the human desire to like create a family and have a legacy, and they're like, sorry, you can't get laid, incel.
I mean, you know, it does require sex to do that, but it's like a weird part of the formula to fixate on.
Or you can't get pussy.
So a chick that sits in her room all day and smokes weed until she's dumb.
People.
Are
you serious? Dog, what do you...
If you look up the dangers of
God.
smoking marijuana in like a Kids Dare pamphlet, there's just a picture of KC-tron's face.
You're happily married and...
I mean, true, like... I have never seen... Or I won't say never. I will say that I have seldom seen a better advertisement for not smoking weed than KC-tron. Like, whoa.
a child, but because some fat retard on Twitter thinks you're a grifter, you're gonna be...
I keep trying to take a drink of water, and I shouldn't do that when Alana's talking. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm safe.
A bunch of random men to prove them wrong. What do you just have to do? Like a weekly raffle? Pull a random inside? How do you verify that?
Roulette wheel.
$20?
Yeah.
I stand by what I said. Shoe0nHead should be thanking me for giving her and her incel following. Say it again, award. Say it again,
Incel. You compare it, man.
What?
Wait. Incel following, incel. She used it 3 times in one tweet. You have a 280 character limit, and you managed to spend 15 of those 280 purely on incel. Technically 19 if you want to include the spaces on either side. But like... I stand by what I said. Shoe0nHead should be thanking me for giving her and her incel following something to act offended about, as they openly use slurs and downplay genocide. How did genocide even come into this? Also, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little funny. Been a bit unwell for the past week or so. But, downplay genocide. You know the glasses from They Live? It's like, you know, like Roddy Piper sees everything for how it really is when he puts the glasses on. I want a pair of those for these people. Like for the Hasans and the Casey-trons and the, like, Denims and Frogans and Noah Sampsons and whoever else of the world like that. That sphere. I want a pair of glasses that lets me see the world like they do. Because I want to know what video they watched. I want to know what they heard, what they saw. Because where did the genocide downplaying happen? What? Dumb incel placating cunt. What are you and your incels gonna cancel me for? Misogyny? Yeah, what? Are you and your incels gonna cancel me for misogyny? Or what are your incels gonna cancel me for? Question mark. Misogyny. Question mark. I can't even tell which way the sentence I mean, it all means the same thing. Who cares? But like, I don't know, stuff like that just kind of gets up my nose. You know what I mean?
Phil.
You know Jafar from this.
Hassan is Jafar.
Casey Santiago.
And he's like, right, so he's like, good girl. Yes, give it her a Oh god, now all I can imagine is Casey Tron sounding like Gilbert Gottfried. Oh god. R.I.P. by the way. Once again, people in his chat brought up my video. He has not responded to it. He has not made a single point. Called me emo, called me irrelevant, you know, but he didn't call me
I think this is the clip that I commented on.
They never call you wrong.
They never call you wrong.
Did you see what Shoe0nHead responded on Twitter? No. Also,
no.
What?
I just want to take that massive pause and just put the Jeopardy music in there, or like the sound of a dial-up modem. The fake laugh.
Bro, the fake laugh. What is going on?
No, dude.
What are you guys talking about, man?
What are you talking about?
I'm literally over here talking about how I'm doing a rally with someone
Yeah,
who's
you did that,
running in
you did
Philadelphia.
I'm out here doing the revolution.
Like, look, I'm not the best orator. You've probably noticed this already. But I also haven't been a Twitch streamer for 10 years. I haven't gone to political rallies and delivered messages like this. I haven't been an on-the-ground reporter monitoring the situation for a decade of my life. He goes onto the Young Turks, and then he spends like 20,000 hours of his life during and after that talking for a living. And he's still just like, and the ridiculously long pauses. Like, holy shit, brother. I've seen PlayStation 1 games with better load times than your brain. Get it together.
Okay? Like, that's cute, Hasan. That's adorable.
You're not a politician, man. The majority of the people that know your name only ever heard of you because you electrocuted your dog.
True.
Kaya, please just
fucking go. Just stop.
Oh, I feel so bad every time I see that
Does he
clip.
not understand that 95% of his fan base are terminally online Redditors? Like, they don't give a fuck about your rally bro in the background over here. They want you to call Shoe0nHead a Nazi to validate their hatred and their feelings.
I think there was like a self-reported survey done of Hasan's fan base a few years ago. It was, you know, it was like a voluntary survey of his audience, and they self-admitted like 60 to 80% of them were unemployed. Also, a bigger percentage of them were male than I expected. I would have thought there'd be more females in the audience. He literally has an audience of just politically brain-rotted, unemployed, terminally online Redditors. That's like the worst kind of audience that you can cultivate, dude. Okay, maybe not the worst. There is worse. But that's not a good one. That's a pretty bad one. Oh, God, my voice is cracking and warbling like crazy. I sound like I'm going through puberty again.
Shoe0nHead said.
I'm going through Pirate Software's patented second puberty.
No, you're joking. Stop.
Hasan is pissed because, like, he's finally out doing something in the real world, and the only thing people care about, the only thing people are talking about in regards to him online right now is this. And you know what? To be, like, completely fair, which is something these people would never do for me, this was a better response than his first response. He's basically just like, I don't care, I'm busy doing, like, real things in the real world. Okay. Fair enough, understandable, have a nice day. But that
should have done that in the first place. Maybe we wouldn't be here. Oh, is this when he makes... I think it is. This is the one that I made the tweet about that ended up on the Legendary series. Oh yes, Absolute Cinema.
then he says this.
Talk to me when we got the wiki feed ratings up for Shoe0nHead. Okay, does she? What's her wiki feed looking at? Okay, does she?
I want to make it clear. I'll if I again like when I put this on YouTube, I'll probably like put this up on screen here. This is what I said in my tweet, that I didn't know what WikiFeet was. I was blissfully unaware of what WikiFeet was. This motherfucker made me obtain this information against my will. I can never unlearn this now. WikiFeet is a thing that exists. I didn't know that. I was happier not knowing that. Now I'm forced to know that. Now I have to carry that with me. My memory's not great, but I'm gonna be real lucky if I manage to forget that shit. Good fucking lord.
What's her?
What is going on?
Did I listen to what that woman said? No, absolutely not. Let me know if I can see her feet, though.
What?
Honestly, it would be Giga Chat if it
Nasty.
came from anyone funny or likable.
Like, if the chatter didn't bring it up, why did you bring up?
Yeah, like, again, and she's got a point there. If it was from anybody funny or likable or anything like that, it'd still be like, ew, gross, bro. But, like, it'd be funny. You could see the humor in it, but from Hasan, it's just like, ugh, what is wrong with you?
WikiFeed.
I know. By the way,
The
if you guys don't
messenger
know, WikiFeed
matters.
website where people upload pictures of like celebrities' feet. Let's look up Hasan's.
No.
foot
Oh
store.
my, no way.
Oh,
He's
no,
got
she's
his bare
actually looking up-
tootsies online.
Wait, I have a higher feet score than Hasan. Is this what this is about?
He's mad.
He's been foot-mogged.
By the way,
Foot
never
mug.
address anything you said.
Foot mud is diabolical. Oh my god.
Never
No.
even attempted to refute a point.
No.
You made. Just starts going on about like WikiFeed.
If I sold feet pics, if I sold pictures of my feet, would he use this as an insult? No, because he's Mr. Sex Positive, Mr. Sex Work is real work, Mr.
That's
good
Bravo
point.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm making a difference, unlike Shoe and her stupid video. Also, did you know she's stupid?
She's stupid, don't go watch the video. Don't go watch it, guys, she's stupid.
Also, her feet are kind of nice looking.
The craziest part about all of this was after his crash out and like after everyone was making fun of him, he gets on Twitter and he's like, I've yet to watch any of her content.
Lie. Why did you get so mad? That's the thing. Like, all the person said the first time was just, oh, like Shoe0nHead mentioned you in her latest video. And instead of just being like, so, or I don't care, or what did she say? He's immediately like, do you want me to kill myself? He would not get mad if he didn't know. Also, I have yet to watch any of her content. Okay, then why were you sitting there casting aspersions like, oh, if you get your politics from Shoe0nHead, that's really embarrassing and you should, like, you know, whatever it was that he said. I don't think he said that you should kill yourself in Minecraft or whatever, but yeah, it's like, why are you admitting that? That's embarrassing. You shouldn't be getting your politics from Shoe0nHead. How do you know what her politics are? I didn't know that, Hasan. If you've never watched any... So you're saying you've never watched any of her content. Does that mean you're taking her out of context, Hasan? Good God, my throat is rough today. Does that mean you're taking her out of context, Hasan? That thing that you notoriously despise people doing to you? You're taking her out of context? Is that what you're doing? You've just seen clips? Is that what it is? You've just seen clips and you're like making a judgment based on that? I don't know. I don't know. But no, he definitely saw it. He definitely at least saw that 3-minute excerpt that we saw, because otherwise, again, why did he instantly get mad? He was just like instantly foaming at the mouth.
Excuse me? So what the f are you basing all of this on? How am I stupid? How do I change my politics? How am I just an emo girl that men fap to? Either A, he's lying and he has seen my content, or B, he's just blindly repeating things he's seen other people say about me. Either way, it's pathetic. He's stuck between, like, wanting to be above it all. Ugh, I don't even know who that is. I'm out here doing the revolution, and wanting to tear me down. But he can't do both. So as it stands right now, what he's saying is that he has literally never heard me speak. He just looked at me and went, "Woman online must be a whore." Which, honestly, not a bad guess.
People should be more embarrassed.
Not these days.
Okay? What happened to shame?
Oh, wait. I find it...
That emotion that you clearly, notoriously never feel.
incredibly ironic that the guy who used chain lightning on his dog live on stream in front of thousands of people and then lied about it and gaslit everybody thinks that anyone else needs to be embarrassed about anything. Like, you've spent your entire f***ing career, the better part of a decade plus, being a political commentator, but the only thing that the majority of the internet knows you for is zapping your dog for stepping off its 4 square foot cot that you've designated for it. That's your fucking legacy, Hasan.
Shock my dog, I can't stop.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you watched the video and something.
Oh. Alana she just hosted a whole ass cookout. She put that man in an industrial furnace.
In it.
On a, like, kind of a banger from Gucci Marks, by the way. Like, regardless of your, like, I won't say regardless of your feelings about AI music, but if you can hold any space in your heart for something that's been created by AI, that song is a banger.
Really had him rattled. Like, was it the brothel thing? Was it the clock meme? Because if it was the clock meme, that was a joke, okay? We're the same age, Hasan. It is not too late. This is—
Except you're already married with a child, and he's... Well, we all know.
It's all not that serious. I just thought it was really funny and everybody was asking for a response video. So there's your response video. I also just want to make it clear that if he responds, I will not be responding back unless
no more
it's
ping
something
pong.
absolutely insane that requires a response. I refuse to get caught in the Hasan Piker content loop. I will leave that to the professional Hasan Piker farmers. There are people who have made diabolical wealth off of farming this guy, okay?
Wait. Did she say diabolical? She's a fan of the Legendary series. That had to be a Pegasus call out. Like, come on. I mean, I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but if you're in the circle, you know that that's like a very common Pegasusism. He's known for saying that. He's known for his delivery on it. It's kind of a known thing. That had to be a Pegasus shout out. It had to be. A woman of culture.
I am but a humble culture war farmer. I am but a humble gender war farmer. And my crops are dying. I must get back to them. They're
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
calling him the corniest man alive. The The final boss of performative male feminism. The human,
God,
Brian
this is
Griffin.
so lame.
This is like when like a hot girl has like a video game controller and she's like licking it. She's like,
Yes,
oh,
or like with the cat ears, the little
Yes.
headset with the cat ears. I
this
love
is
that there's not just one picture; it's two in different shots. So like, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, can you just take a picture of me like holding it and then like putting it down on
and
my
like
lap,
solemnly
like I'm done reading
looking
it?
out the window.
Yeah, like looking at that
My
deep
dog
and
is literally
contemplative.
just sitting next to me, staring at me. He knows I'm talking about Hasan. He knows, Kaya, I will save you.
Okay, Alana, thank you for joining me. You made it less painful to watch this shit, okay? I'm glad you were with me for this. Plug your stuff for everybody watching.
Follow me
Yeah.
on Twitter, on SmugAlana. Follow me on Twitch. I go live 5 days a week. Join my Discord. Lots of really nice people to hang out in there. Absolute pleasure, Kami Mommy. Emo girl with the feet.
Yes.
Emo
If you
girl
like
with
this
the
video,
feet.
please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon.
Unlike the,
link
you
down
know,
below. I'm going to start doing live
swaths
streams
of
for
emo
Patreon
girls
members only.
who
That should be a
don't
lot of fun,
have
and I
feet.
will see you guys next
Ooh.
time with a new video.
No, subscribe or the Penguin of Doom will get you raw. Oh no, man. This is how you tell that she lived it, right?
Long for the day, I'm known for more. I'm here for the people they ask for sure. These people are below me. They'll never be like me. Prada, Porsche, YSL, Gucci. Paint my nails so pretty. I'm a champagne.
Oh my god. Did she AI generate a song about Hasan?
Socialist. Take me serious. Take me serious. Take me serious.
Oh, what a way to end it. That was fantastic. That was a banger and a half. I can't believe I spent almost 2 hours reacting to that. I might need to trim that down a touch for the YouTube upload, but that truly was incredible. I cannot believe in the year of our Lord 2026 that we actually have Shoe collabing with VTubers. So yeah, I'm probably gonna need to trim this down a little bit for the YouTube upload. Just a touch. Didn't realize I was had this capacity for yapping. But what a cinematic experience. I was not expecting the Alana collab. That was banger. So that was that reaction. If you managed to watch all the way to the end, thank you. You clearly have the kind of fortitude necessary to consume more of my content as it comes. So, you know, YouTube stuff, liking and subscribing, clicking bells and blah, 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 blah. You know, it's not your first rodeo. You know how to do this, right? You know how to do this. I believe in you. I trust you. My socials are in the description, probably, if I remember to put them there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you back here again sometime, because this was fun. I definitely need to do more React stuff. This is a good time. When I debut proper, I will be going live. It won't just be YouTube. And the clips that I have going around at the moment. So keep your ear to the track if you're interested, because that'll be happening sometime. I got no intention of being a V-tweeter, I'm gonna tell you that right now.